right, welcome to the AMA with DogeGod today, and we have Jay Sizzle and we have Leonardo, the fixer here from the project. And can you tell us how long you guys have been in crypto and when you started working on this project?
Wow. Well, you guys hear me all right? Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we hear you fine, buddy.
Okay, I've been in crypto since 2013. I've been in the crypto space for quite a while now. I kind of discovered, Bitcoin through mining. If anyone's been around for as long as me, then they probably might have heard of a company called Butterfly Labs. They're a mining company based in the US. And really, ever since I heard about the kind of concept of Bitcoin and the whole ethos behind it, I was just sold. And here I am. Since then, I've been involved in many projects. It's always been a passion of mine, and kind of here I am, and it's So here I am. I mean, you win some, you lose some, right? Okay, I've lost a lot, but then when you win, you don't need to win as many times. And for me, Dogecoin was my big win, because that's something that I've known about since it was designed as a joke to Bitcoin, and that was literally I wouldn't say the mother lode for me, but that was my story of crypto is one full of failure, but then you don't need to be successful that many times to go from red to green. So for me, becoming involved in Dogecoin was kind of a major thing for me, because when I first heard about it, I just thought it was a joke, like everybody else, right? So I've kind of been involved in everything. I was involved in, the ICOs. There's a few projects that I was involved in that have kind of like failed now. Not everything's a scam. Okay, some of the projects that I were involved in have failed just because of the fact they've been unable to implement their plans. Right? They've had fantastic ideas. Brilliant, right? Okay, brilliant concepts and so on, but they've been unable to implement. So it's not just about scams. It's about not being able to, to kind of like live on commits and vision. So, Jay, how long have you been in crypto?
Yeah, I'm Jay Sizzle. I'm the spirit. I've been messing around crypto since 2020. I was trading stocks before that, and I just got sucked in. I mean, trading 24/7, friends, and I believe that cryptocurrency is the future, as well as all the banks. If you're watching cryptocurrency and you're following all the news, you know that mass adoption is just happening right before our eyes. The governments are trying to get their piece, and we're here. We're way early, and DogeGod is your opportunity.
Yeah, and if you just
we don't follow.
Yeah, and just to add to that,
baby.
Yeah, I mean, just to add to that, I think like mass adoption, right? Okay, for crypto, it's not an if, it's a when. And I actually think that Dogecoin itself is the biggest Trojan horse out there for the adoption of crypto, because it's a joke. Yeah, people have always considered it as a joke. Well, okay, well, yeah, it's a real joke, isn't it? I mean, when it's now it was a $9 billion MCAP. Yeah, that's a funny joke, isn't it? It's huge, and it's kind of their Trojan horse for crypto. Because I don't know about you guys, but my kids know about Dogecoin and the Doge and Elon Musk and all this stuff, right? So it's kind of like why we're here. I mean, I guess just to kick off with with their presentation. I mean, DogeGod has been in development for 6 months now. We launched a couple of weeks ago. Okay, it's the start of a journey with us. then I think, you know, those that are here today, like listening, you're in a very fortunate position because, you know, we're going to make DogeGod into a $50 million market cap ecosystem. Okay, and everything you see and that I'm going to talk about, okay, when you look at the tokenomics, is basically been developed around that. So whether, you know, you want to accrue as much Dogecoin as you possibly can for the market moves to bear, and it will, and Dogecoin will explode in price, or whether you're just looking for, you know, a safe investment, for an investment that you can just basically build upon. You know, DogeGod is the answer. So feel free, right, to interrupt, right, okay, and ask any questions, whatever you want, okay. Very much, you know, I want this to be a two-way AMA. So and some of the concepts are going to be new. So if there's anything that's kind of confusing or anything, then, you know, feel free to ask questions, right? Because, you know, crypto is just, well, it's just a learning curve, right? I mean, like I said, I've been in crypto since 2013, and I can safely say that pretty much everything I know about crypto is a waste of space, yeah? Everything past 4 years ago is just redundant. You know, crypto changes so much, and it's still changing. So, you know, again, a big shout out to those that are here on this call, because, you know, you guys are at the forefront of a revolution, and it's happening, yeah, and it's unstoppable. So what you'll find, okay, in the course of this AMA, I'm going to show you that DogeGod is unique. I'm going to show you it's transparent. I'm going to show you it's sustainable. I'm going to show you that it's profitable. I'm going to show you that it's innovative. And DogeGod is all about Dogecoin. Can everyone see my presentation? Can see my screen?
Oh yeah.
Where you at?
Yeah. Okay, cool, brilliant. Just checking. Now our vision. Okay, everything needs a vision. Yeah, you can't just create something and hope, right? Okay, right from day one. Okay, we've had a specific vision with DogeGod. Okay, we want to make DogeGod the most profitable source of Dogecoin on the planet. We want it to be better than mining, staking, holding, trading, or any other rewards token. Okay, we want to become 0.5% of all Dogecoin transactions. Yeah, millions of Dogecoin are traded and mined every day. We want to become the easiest way to invest for Dogecoin, a one-click process. Just buy Dogecoin and just leave it, and just watch the Dogecoin coming in. We want to become a self-sustaining, fully automated ecosystem. Okay, but not just sustainable, we want it to be investable and tradable too. We get this right, okay, then the $50 million MCAP will happen, and we become a top 300 crypto. So that's the vision that we've had with DogeGod right from day one. Some history. In July 2021, Scamcoin was created that rewarded investors with Dogecoin, and it reached an MCAP of $10 million plus. The devs, okay, in August 2020, when they left the project and they handed it over to the community. Yeah, they gave many reasons. They were working on another project, which was a scam, by the way, as well, in hindsight. They had death threats, which I kind of think they fabricated. And there was a belief as well that meme coins were dead. I kind of scratched my head about that because for two reasons. Because number one, Dogecoin isn't a meme coin. It's a crypto. It has its own blockchain. And number two, they literally said that a month before Shiba Inu exploded. And if anyone was around when that exploded, I mean, that hit astronomical levels of value, right? So they even got that wrong. And when they moved on, you know, the market cap for this this token was $170,000. In September 2021, myself and three others, we took over management. Yeah, we were scratching our heads, wondering why the devs would do this. You know, we thought, oh, what's going on here, right? So we had a conversation with them. We said, okay, you do what you got to do. We'll do what we got to do. When it hits an MCAP of $1 million, let's have a discussion because we have some plans for this. Because, you know, we, as a group, we totally believe, and we believed then that a transactional ecosystem that rewarded Dogecoin was possible. So it was like, okay, yeah, fine. Okay, go ahead, do that. Well, fast forward to November 2021. The market cap reached 650,000. We approached the devs to extend the liquidity pool, which was going to run out in December. But it wasn't just the market cap, okay? In the period that we were looking after the contract, we were looking after this scam coin, it actually delivered over 1 million Dogecoin to its investors. Now, some investors, okay, were in profit. Some investors were made whole. Unfortunately, those that were in at the beginning, okay, we weren't able to make them whole, but at least they got something back. So we expected this to be a 2-minute discussion with the devs. Yeah, we thought it was going to be a no-brainer. Okay, so they had a 260k liquidity pool in place for 6 months as part of this slow rug. So the moment we found out, the moment they wouldn't extend the LP pool, that's when we turn around to the community. Okay, we didn't sell up and advise, right? Because that's not what we're about. Yeah, we come from the land of DogeGod, of Dogecoin. Sorry. Okay, that's not how we live. Okay, so what we did, okay, we told the community what had happened. We said, right, okay, you got 24 hours. Okay, sell what you've got, because in 24 hours' time, we're going to sell what we've got and we're going to move on. And that's exactly what we did. Well, fast forward to December, sure enough, the devs took back their liquidity pool and they vanished. Okay, and the team was formed and DogeGod was conceived. Now, the original plan, okay, because we knew the tokenomics worked, right? Because we were able to turn this scam coin around, and all we had was Dogecoin Rewards, and all we were doing is literally every day we would publish the Dogecoin Rewards. So we would show investors, because there was no Dapp or anything, right? Okay, so we would show investors, that this was a profitable, project to be involved in. This is before we knew they were scammers, right? So we knew it worked. So what we were looking for, okay, we were happy with, originally we were going to go with a copied contract, which is cool, okay, because, you get the contract audited, there's no hidden hacks in there somewhere. And our differentiator was going to be, just our honesty and desire to create an ecosystem, which is kind of unique in a way, because pretty much up until now, most of the projects have been scams. Or if they've not been scams, they've been so poorly thought out that there was, that they have the life cycle of a fly, right? Because they haven't really figured out anything beyond, the current month. The challenge with going right, okay, with an existing contract, okay, is a constant sell pressure. Now, if we'd have done this, okay, and gone with that, then I'm not saying we'd have failed, but we'd have faced challenges, right? Because to reward the Dogecoin to investors, you would have had to have sold DogeGod. Yeah, that means that you're looking at kind of constant growth, right? And that's just to stand still. And that pretty much applies to, I would say, most of the contracts that are out there in the crypto space today. Yeah, where do they get their rewards from? Well, they get their rewards from cannibalizing themselves, which is a challenge, right? Because basically, so for us, it would have meant that we'd have had to have sold DogeGod to buy Dogecoin. The liquidity pool as well. Okay, that's kind of inefficient as well, because when we were to set a liquidity pool, okay, we'd have to guess 6 months in advance, right? And even then, as this scam coin showed us, right, it's still open to abuse. Yeah, because this team that scammed us, it was a long rug, okay, and right from day one, they went in with a 260k LP. The contract was dexed. The contract was audited. The team was doxed. They were active on the chats for the first couple of months. They ticked all the boxes, right? But it was still a long rug. They still screwed us over. But then from then until now, okay, we met CZ Zodiac, and CZ Zodiac, they're a DeFi bank. They liked our direction. They liked what we were trying to do. They opened up to us. They gave us an idea of what they could do. And, we saw a really, really good opportunity to work together and to offer something truly unique. And that something truly unique was DogeGod. And here we are. The DogeGod burn tokenomics. Okay, we have a total supply of 10 billion. 7.5 billion is liquidity. Yeah, and 2.5 was allocated to the pre-sale. The pre-sale happened, and what was left over went back into liquidity. That was really key for us, the pre-sale, because that meant that we could kickstart the ecosystem. So we launched a couple of weeks ago today. That was the launch price that we launched at. That was the floor price. Okay, floor price. I'll cover that in a sec. That could be a new concept to a few people. And that gave us a liquidity at launch of 137k, which equated to a market cap of around 93. The thing to note about our tokenomics, right, is this is where the uniqueness comes in, yeah, where the innovation comes in. Yeah, every transaction that happens, whether it's a buy, sell, or transfer, okay, it triggers a burn. Now, what this burn does, okay, it does three things. Yeah, it increases the DogeGod floor price. So that floor price that I have there, okay, that's something that is just going to keep on growing. Yeah, the more transactions that happen, the higher the floor price gets. It's going to increase the LP. For us, that's really, really important. You know, you're not going to get to a 15 million MCAP, right? Okay, with the liquidity that we have today. Yeah, you need, you know, the liquidity, the infrastructure, the ecosystem needs to grow, okay, to that kind of size to be able to support that kind of business. Yeah, and that's what DogeGod does. The other thing, okay, is the actual the liquidity pool. Okay, it actually buys DogeGod. Okay, that's where the DogeGod comes from. The tax, the 15% tax we charged, and we know this works, right? Because of this, again, this is lessons that, in fact, we owe this scam coin a lot, actually. So we need to pay them a visit and show them our data, our charts, right? Because, when we looked after this scam coin, okay, when we turned it around, that had a 15% tax. So we know it works. So for us, most people are like used to maybe 2, 3% or 1%, or for us, the 15% works. Now, the 15% tax, the way it's split, okay, is 12.5% is automatically paid back to DogeGod holders. Of course, that's in BEP20 Dogecoin. The other 2.5% for the first 6 months is 100% dedicated towards marketing. Now, what we want to do, okay, what we're looking to do is after 6 months, we want to implement some kind of community voting structure, okay, where the community will vote on the 15% distribution, and the split then will be split between dividends, marketing, and contributors, yeah, people that help grow the ecosystem. That's kind of like our sort of midterm goal, with this part of the tokenomics. Now, okay, this is a very, very strategic collaboration for us, right? I mean, the relationship with CZUSD, okay, isn't one in which we've just used their stable coin. They've worked very, very closely with us to develop DogeGod. Okay, now there are lots of benefits, okay, with being associated with a stable coin, as opposed to a crypto, which all cryptos lead back to BTC. So when BTC takes a dump, everyone else takes a dump. That gives us kind of like, I would say, an extra layer of protection. But also, okay, for us, okay, it enabled us to launch, okay, with an LP of $137,000, right? Okay, that meant that we could launch with a liquidity pool that was not a barrier for growth, right? And the liquidity pool, okay, isn't what you would kind of perceive a normal liquidity pool to be. It's part of the contract. It's part of DogeGod. Okay, it does so much more. That's why the liquidity is kind of like higher than the market cap, because of what the liquidity does. It's there's no time limit to it. It's locked. It's part of DogeGod. As long as DogeGod exists, the liquidity pool is embedded within the contract within DogeGod. Also, as well, the price floor increases with every burn. That's something, okay, you need to think about, right? That's something that kind of comes into play with, say, for instance, you buy DogeGod today, okay, you might not think, okay, yeah, fine, okay, I'm not, but then, hey, a year down the road, okay, then you might find the floor price being a lot higher than the price that you bought in at. Okay, in which case, you're looking at, like, instead of like a stop loss, you're looking at a stop profit, which is really, really nice, right? Because we want to get to, we want to base the prime objective, okay, is to deliver millions and millions and millions of Dogecoin to everybody. Yeah, this is the infrastructure that allows us to do this. Also, as well, okay, by default, okay, the way the contract works, right, is DogeGod is in constant decline. So whereas before, okay, you have this constant sell pressure, with DogeGod, it's the other way around. Yeah, with DogeGod, you have a constant buy pressure. So not only do we deliver on the Dogecoin, we deliver on the asset as well. So you'd expect lots of Dogecoin and an asset to increase in value too. Now the Dogecoin rewards, right? This for us is kind of a game changer for us because the liquidity pool, okay, like I said, it buys the Dogecoin, but it buys it with CZUSD, yeah? It doesn't buy it with DogeGod. That's a massive, massive ton of sell pressure taken away from the contract right from day one. And and when you look at the charts, when I'll show you a chart in a minute, you can see that that's one of the reasons why we've had a pretty good 2 weeks. Yeah. So the LP has evolved, the liquidity pool has evolved, okay, not just into a liquidity pool that you guys might already be familiar with. Okay, it's now a fundamental part of DogeGod. It's embedded within DogeGod, and it's kind of turned into a profit stream now. Yeah, it's not just a liquidity pool to facilitate trades. But why DogeGod? Well, like I said, we want to support the demand for Dogecoin. Yeah, Dogecoin is the team's #1 crypto. Now, for me, okay, like I said, I've been in crypto since 2013, and I've been in many projects, right? Okay, and I tell you what, every mistake you can imagine, I've made, right? I've been scammed left, right, set up, whichever way you can think of, I've been scammed, right? But then it's a learning curve, yeah. It's a learning curve. Someone said to me, right, the road to success is a road full of failure, right? They're absolutely 100% right. Well, one of the things I got right was Dogecoin, okay, because I had a chance to buy Dogecoin actually at the beginning of 2020, right? Quite a lot of it actually, but then I did my homework, I did my research, okay, and the only people, and then I think it was something like 0.2 of a cent. And then the only people that said they would hit 1 cent were the Dogecoin maximalists, yeah. Dogecoin, okay, that these are the group of people that are so they're like Bitcoin maximalists, yeah. They're so loyal, okay, to their coin that it's almost like a religion, right? Okay, but everyone else was saying impossible. You'll be lucky if it gets to 0.5 cent, and then it won't last long. And guess what? I did my own research. Okay, I did my own, like chart analysis. Yeah, my own kind of due diligence. I thought, nah, it's never going to hit it. Okay, yeah, fine. So I'll just leave it. Well, in July 2020, okay, it blew past a cent. Yeah, and it didn't just hit a cent. It just blew past it. And this is before you had like Elon, with his influence and so on. Okay, come into play. And that for me was when I did a complete 180-degree turn. That was when Dogecoin moved from being a joke, okay, to my #1 crypto, and I haven't looked back since. Yeah, for me, I'm very much part of the Dogecoin community. I love this token. It's my favorite token, and it's the teams as well. Yeah, the team like it too. Dogecoin as a top 10 cryptocurrency. Okay, well, when I pulled the slide together, it had a market cap of like $9 billion. If you look at the 24-hour volume, when I put the slide together, it was around 200 million. Well, that equates to about 3 billion Dogecoin. Yeah, that is a lot of Dogecoin in the space of 24 hours. Okay, that had been transacted. So let's just say we hit tomorrow, a market cap of 50 million, right? It'd be nice, but I'd say I'm kind of delusional with that comment. Okay, that would still today represent less than 0.5% of all transactions. So even that number is tiny, tiny, tiny. When you step back, okay, and you consider the opportunity when you are, the most profitable source of Dogecoin, on the planet, in the galaxy. So the tokenomics that you saw that I presented, they weren't built for today. They were built for tomorrow. Okay, they were built to hit that target. The pre-sale, just a quick note on the pre-sale. Now that was the Dapp that we had for the pre-sale. Like I said, we needed $18,500 to launch. We didn't get that, then we wouldn't have had the money to be able to kickstart the ecosystem. Yeah, well, okay, we didn't want to use launch pads. I mean, launch pads are great. Okay, they're great. Yeah, you get exposure to lots and lots of people and so on. But, at the end of the day, we couldn't really run the risk of using a launch pad because they kind of dump. They dump the token. But then also as well, okay, there's only 4 of us, right? Okay, but I think, between the 4 of us, right, okay, and between the friends we know as well, we've got quite a good set of skills, yeah? So we actually did our own Dapp. And I would say, how many other projects are out there that have the skills to be able to to create their own Dapp and do their own pre-sale. But that's exactly what we did. That's the site there. You can go and check it out. It's still there. We had our pre-sale. It was a duration for a week. It was filled in 3 days. That for us was a big deal, right? Because that meant that we could launch. That meant that we had the infrastructure in place, that we could start, and that we could start to grow. This is the Dapp. I encourage you guys to have a look at it. Okay, it's there. It's live. It has many things. It delivers on our commitment of being 100% transparent. This is when I put the slide together. This is the total amount of Dogecoin that had been paid out. You've got the DogeGod price. You've got the floor price. You've got the marketing wallet. If you have your own wallet and you plug into it, you'll be able to see all the Dogecoin you've ever earned with DogeGod. What your daily rate is, and also if you're part of the pre-sale, what your vested amount is, and when your next unlock is going to happen. If you weren't part of the public pre-sale, then these two boxes wouldn't actually appear. The team, well, there's 4 of us. Okay, I'm the fixer. You have the spirit. We're kind of like the jack of all trades, but we're kind of like the front faces as well. So we're the face, I guess, behind DogeGod. You've got the Witcher. Okay, the Witcher. He's the dev. Okay, that developed the concept. Yeah, when we approached him, we had a specific concept that we wanted DogeGod to be. Well, through the CZUSD relationship, okay, we were able to actually turn DogeGod into something which is truly unique. There's nothing else out there, which is awesome. You have Serif. Okay, he's our design guy. He's I guess he's the artist, behind DogeGod. So all the art, all the styling, and so on is down to him. The thing that I wanted to point out, though, okay, with a talk about the team, is that when we had a public pre-sale, it was for everything. There were no private sales, no friends and family sales, no special whale pricing, no minted tokens were given to anybody. Okay, the DogeGod team were like everybody else here. We invested in the pre-sale under the same guidelines, no special treatment. We have tokens. Of course, we have tokens. We have team tokens. And those team tokens, they're locked for a year. They're locked for a year, and until then, they earn 0 Dogecoin. So what that means, right, okay, is that in a year's time, we don't have an ecosystem, we don't have a reward. That for us isn't a problem. It's kind of weird in a way, right? Because I'm presenting this as a plus, but this should be a standard with all projects. Because if it's your project, okay, you either believe in it or you don't. Yeah, if you don't believe in it, then what's the point? What's the point? Now, okay, we're 2 weeks old today, so today's our 2-week anniversary, right? Here's the status, right? So this is when we launched, where we are today. I just took this morning from a deck screener. Since launch, okay, the DogeGod price has gone up by 138%. All this information, by the way, is available on our Dapp. So go ahead and have a look. Okay, this is real-time data. Okay, that is there. The floor price has gone up 8.5% from when we launched. Again, this is something, like I said, this is an ever-increasing floor price. Okay, this is going to get higher.
I did put stats in from my wallet, so they can see that.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, fantastic. Now, the market cap, okay, 2 weeks ago when we launched was at $94,000. We're currently at $184,000. The liquidity that we had in place, okay, and this is where the tokenomics come into play. Okay, we had a liquidity of 137. Well, today it's around 200, and that's going to grow. And that's going to grow in conjunction with the market Dapp. And since we launched, so 2 weeks ago, we now have 4,600 Doge in our marketing wallet that is kind of grow and grow and grow. The plan is with marketing, right? Okay, is we might have some specific tactical opportunities come up, in which case we'll have a look at it. But primarily, okay, we're looking to kind of spend when the market shifts. When we see the market move from bear to bull. We are doing, like marketing and so on, and AMAs, because we need to educate. Yeah, we can't just have a banner ad, okay? Because what's DogeGod? DogeGod is not like any other token. So we need to go out there. We need to find marketing tools, okay, in which we can actually talk about DogeGod and explain the differences and explain the benefits. So AMAs are fantastic, and it's fantastic. I'm here because this is our first AMA ever. So I'm glad to be sharing it with you guys. Now, the thing to note, okay, look at our chart. If you see our chart, okay, no sell pressure. Yeah, the only sell pressure that you can see has been basically an investor. Okay, you always get these. I've seen this in many, many projects, right, where a project starts, you get a group of investors, okay, they're in it from day one. They're like, oh, yeah, I love the project, love it, 100% behind it. Yeah, it's going to moon. I'm going to be here for the long term. Forget, okay, and then someone always sells. Someone always sells, right? I haven't seen a single, I haven't been in every project, okay, but I've been in many projects, right, okay, where you've had someone appear for a different, there's nothing wrong with it, right? Everyone's got a reason, okay, but, and of course, DogeGod, like every other project, you've had lots of people jump into the pre-sale, someone's made a massive commitment, okay, they've seen the price rise and think, right, okay, yeah, I'm time to sell. Now, what happens is, okay, with, many, many tokens, right, okay, is that could potentially be the start of a death spiral in which, the token drops in price and it just never, ever recovers, right? As you can see, yeah, with DogeGod, it's bounced back. Now, it's bounced back. We're not on CMC yet. We're not on CoinGecko yet. We're still about a week away, minimum, from being listed there, which will generate a lot of exposure for us, as you know. So we're in really, really good shape, right? We're in really, really good shape. But it's not something to be really, really proud. This is just the start. This is just the beginning. Like I say, okay, 50 million MCAP. That's the goal. That's the target. That's what the tokenomics are built for. This is an opportunity for you guys, right? Okay, because you guys buy now, you get lots of Dogecoin, and you don't have to worry about an asset losing its value. You don't have to worry about, okay, if I buy DogeGod now, okay, I need to work out how much Dogecoin I'm going to get because, if it's going to be less than the value of DogeGod, then I'm going to lose out. That's the old way, yeah? That's the old tokenomics, right? Okay, we're different. We're very, very different. And that's why, things like AMAs and so on are really, really important to us because we need to get this message out there. We can't just have a banner ad, for instance. Not yet. We'll one day, in 6 months' time, we'll just use the Dapp. Because when people see how much the price has risen, how much the floor price has risen, what the market cap is, and how much, Dogecoin we've given to everybody, then it kind of sells itself, right? But today, it's all about education. It's all about getting people to understand that DogeGod is very, very different to what they've previously seen before. So in 2 weeks, okay, this is the key metric of measurement. In 2 weeks, DogeGod has generated just under 22,000 Dogecoin that is going out to investors. That's fantastic. We're already, I'm a miner, right? I'm a crypto miner. Always have been. I would say always will be, but not now because of the cost of electricity. But, already, okay, dollar for dollar, a DogeGod is more profitable than mining. Yeah, and that's even if you pay for electricity, even if you live next to a dam. Okay, when you go through the numbers, you'll actually see that the return on DogeGod is really, really good. And also, okay, you have to think about it today. Okay, the market cap's great, but it's peanuts. It's tiny to the potential. So, we're looking to see significant growth. As long as there's a market demand for Dogecoin, there'll be a market demand for DogeGod because there's nothing out there that offers the same level of rewards that we do. So, we're really, really excited, okay, that we're only 2 weeks old. The marathon starts now. And, we want you guys to join us. Yeah, we want you guys to, if you like what you see, then check it out. Yeah, you don't have to make like a massive 1 BTC sale, but if you did, we could handle it. The tokenomics won't screw the LP up. Okay, but if you buy a couple, just like maybe $20 worth or whatever, just buy and watch. Buy, watch, and let it accrue, and just learn about the tokenomics. Because if you follow the oracle, then you get an understanding of how the tokenomics work and how they benefit the ecosystem.
Yeah, you guys
So-
have integrated a Chainlink Oracle into this, right?
Yeah, we
Yes,
have.
we
Yeah,
have,
yeah, yeah,
Chainlink.
yeah.
Yeah.
We have.
And we encourage you to tell your friends too to try and come and break our tungsten price floor and see if you can put a test to our oracle. You know, have Caesar, have Gollum, have all your friends come and see if they can mess with the DogeGod tokenomics. We encourage it.
Those aren't my friends because they do pump and dumps, and I don't do that.
And you know, and I'm saying that's why I'm encouraging them to come, because I feel like they don't want to come and see real projects, and that's why I'm encouraging them to come, because until we see them come and test a long-lasting, sustainable project like DogeGod, then that's all that's all they're gonna be known for is pumping up projects. So I encourage them to change their mentality of investment to you know, step into the light of sustainability and true long-lasting tokenomics, and you know, how about just having some good you know, crypto ethics, you know, and join DogeGod and test the tokenomics. Please, I encourage you. Let them know. Tell them to come on. We want to see them.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is at the moment the chart is just green, right? It's just solid green, right? Okay, and I think that's going to go for a while actually, but then at some point it's going to get to a point, okay, where you start to see sales kick in, big sales, which is fine because the tokenomics was actually built, okay, to handle the sales as much as the buys. One of the lessons that we learned when we looked after this scam coin is, you know, we'd go for like a couple of weeks where the MCAP would be flat. Yeah, you'd have lots of buys and sells, lots of buys and sells, lots of buys and sells. So from a pricing perspective, it was no big deal. Might have gone up a bit, might have gone down a bit. But in parallel to this, we were generating a shitload of Dodge. Yeah. So, you know, the market cap was flat. Okay. Sales were up and down, up and down, up and down. So, you know, so we encourage, yeah. So if someone wants to come in and dump, fine, let them dump. Because as they dump, they'll generate a shitload of Dodge that will be, you know, given to all the investors that hold DogeGod. And as it grows, okay, and people look at the tokenomics, they'll just see it as an opportunity to buy cheap DogeGod. That's how the ecosystem works, yeah. So for us, you know, the sales are just as important as the buys. So what I said to you at the beginning of the presentation, sorry.
Another thing about this is the liquidity. It's over collateralized to, what is it now? I didn't look at my wallet where I
200K. It's about 200K. It's about $200,000.
It's over collateralized, so 106% of liquidity right now. So the price is not going to have wild price action, but it is going to rise with every purchase. So that's what you're going to want to look at too. It's going to be very stable. You'll see that price increase if you make a $100 payment. You're going to see that floor price creep up.
Yeah, that's a really, really good point, actually. When you look at the chart, if you look at the dump, okay, that dump with other tokenomics, okay, that could have killed the project, because there are many projects that actually start off really well, and then a whale comes in, okay, you know, pretends to be committed to the project. They wait until the price is high enough, and then they dump and move on. And that's exactly what happened here. As you can see, it had like a minimal impact, right? It had minimal impact. It had minimal impact, and the people that held DogeGod actually were rewarded with extra Dogecoin. So it's fine. You know, people need to dump as well, yeah. But,
well, I'm just telling them there's some people might not know how liquidity works. You know, if your liquidity is thin, that price is going to shoot up fast, and it's also going to drop very fast.
Yeah, because liquidity, that's what it does. That's why if you have a big liquidity pool, okay, you'll see an increase, but it's small. You know, so what you're looking at is small and gradual. Yeah, you're absolutely right, and that's how people use the liquidity pool to make money. Okay, because you know they can stuff it with loads of, so they could like stuff it with lots of liquidity, so the price movement's minimal. They then take the liquidity away, okay, and that just creates an opportunity for them to make an extra bit of profit. Yeah, by playing the
We're
liquidity.
encouraging sells. Our tokenomics are designed to reward everyone tremendously from sells. So yeah, we want to see people buy the token, right? But we want to see them sell it too. And we just haven't really seen it yet. We saw a $1,600 sell the other day. It got sucked up. We hit new 8 and we pushed and blew past it.
Personally, I think
great,
personally, I think people are holding off. People are holding off for CMC and Gecko to come in because 9 times out of 10 it does have an uplift. So I think if anyone wants to sell now, then that's why I think this guy that sold just made a mistake. He just made a mistake. So hopefully when they sold, right, it was for a specific need, okay, and they were able to use it for what they were going to use it for. Assuming it wasn't anything like, assuming it was something urgent, okay, that's fine. But I think many people now are kind of like buying it as an opportunity because they're thinking, yeah, it's going to keep on rising until CMC and Gecko list us. What we're banking on, okay, is from when they buy to when they look at selling, they'll have so much Dogecoin in their wallet that they'll put the numbers together and think, hang on a minute, do I really want to sell now? Maybe I'll only sell some of it. Maybe I just want sell anything of it. Yeah, that's a whole new dynamic.
I just had a question pop in my head. Are you guys going to integrate Dogecoin payment on your?
Yeah, we're looking at it. We're looking at it. I mean, actually, we're looking at it. I mean, I would say, okay, it's not something that is immediately apparent because we need to see what Dogecoin are up to at the moment. Because okay, one of the things I posted yesterday on our main chat, if you scroll up, you can ask for it. I can send it to you. Right? Is the Dogecoin devs? They gave a really good AMA yesterday, where they spoke about what they were working on, and some of the stuff that they're working on is absolutely amazing. Okay, when they say that they want Dogecoin to be the currency of the world, they're actually building infrastructure which is way and above anything that any other coin is actually working on. Because they're actually looking at something like a DogeLib, which is a library that you don't actually have to go into the blockchain to be able to access it. You can just send commands to it. So if you're a developer, that changes everything. Yeah, that makes it really, really easy to integrate Dogecoin into it. And some of the stuff that they're doing, for instance, is if you're a retailer and you want to integrate Dogecoin, say you want to sell, like, doesn't matter whether you're like a market or whether you're like Elon Musk selling Teslas, right? Okay, what you can do with Dogecoin, okay, is you can set the transaction. So you can verify a sale. So if you're buying a Tesla, for instance, okay, you probably want to wait, I don't know, 5 transactions before you confirm the sale to be safe, yeah, to avoid double spends. But if you're selling coffee, okay, you want an instant transaction, yeah, so you want a blockchain to be able to just respond instantly. Well, that's what Dogecoin will actually do. So whether you're selling coffee or whether you're selling a Tesla, the blockchain can be programmed, can be adapted by the dev or the retailer to suit their needs, yeah, which is fantastic because what people don't see, okay, is that when they go to a shop and they buy something and they swipe their card over a machine, okay, you get the transaction instantly, right? You get your cup of coffee. The retailer does it. The retailer's probably got to wait a month or whenever, okay, for the card company to give them the money. Okay, and then also as well, there's a commission that they charge for it as well. Well, with DogeGod, there's none of that. It's amazing. And then also as well, when you look at Radio Doge, okay, where there are plans to have Dogecoin linked to Starlink, okay, and then with a cheap radio transmitter, say in the middle of Africa, okay, you stick that up in Africa, right, and then bang, you've got a Dogecoin wallet that is wallet to wallet. You don't need a blockchain; it's just a straight transfer. That's absolutely amazing, yeah. And and it's that kind of tech that we're seriously looking at. And as we move forwards, okay, we're looking, we would look to maybe implement that kind of thing. But our core goal, our core mission is to be the best source of Doge in the galaxy. That's what we want to be. We want to be the best source of Doge there is. Okay, and then kind of take it from there. If that answers your question, Glenn. Right. So,
yeah, that's bullish. I like that. I know Elon Musk is really into Dogecoin also, and you can use Doge and Bitcoin to buy Teslas. So, yeah, I mean, wallet to wallet transfers very bullish. I mean, you don't even have to use a blockchain. That is sweet.
Exactly. And then that, imagine like so.
Very serious, Greg, about hitting every avenue and aspect that's available for us. And like Leo's saying, yes, we're concentrating on moving forward.
See,
we're only 2 weeks
old.
What
they want to do,
every idea that you can think of that's out there that Dogecoin's looking forward to implementing into their construct,
what they're doing
as well. Nothing's off the table.
What they're doing, which is really, really clever, okay, is they're giving the building blocks to people. So if you're a village in Africa, for instance, okay, they'll show you, you just stick a radio mast up, which is cheap, okay, and bang, you've got coverage to Starlink, okay, and you can enable Dogecoin transactions from your wallet to wallet. No bank, no middleman. It's just there. It's just straight transfer. That's amazing. That's kind of like an ecosystem. Yeah, it sounds boring.
Retail.
And that's kind of what DogeGod is, right? DogeGod in a way is kind of boring because all it does is create Dogecoin, but then boring's good. Boring changes the world, right?
Now their city, now their village, they all can trade, buy, sell with Dogecoin 24 hours a day through that Starlink connection. They don't have to worry about the currency of their country failing. They can just use Dogecoin all day long. Buy, sell, make.
And that's where
they don't have to worry about their government fighting over gold. They can just use Dogecoin all day long.
And that's where DogeGod. And that's where DogeGod fits into the whole ecosystem, right? Because all we want to do is deliver Dogecoin to its investors. That's it.
Get it now.
Get
it now as much as you can.
And definitely. Yeah. Don't sell. Don't sell unless you have to. Unless you have to, do not sell.
Right now, if you just join right now and buy a little bit, you're going to see that Dogecoin just trickle into your wallet. Because with the way
this is what I mean, right?
We have purchases that have been rewarding Dogecoin for days, and they're still rewarding Dogecoin for days to come. You just got to come be a member and hold to get it.
Well, that's the other innovation, right?
Buying, and a chunk just doesn't fall into the Oracle, and then it splits up and everyone gets it. That drops into the Oracle and is generated over block, over second by second by second. You keep seeing it tick, and it's ticking, and people are collecting second by second by second. It's not all at once.
Actually,
so none of you have missed out. You have an opportunity to come and get some of this Dogecoin that's being generated from days ago, that's still being generated for days to come.
Yeah, that's a really good point, Jay, because this is another innovation, right, that DogeGod has got, okay? It's because what happens is all the rewards that DogeGod generates is spread over 7 days, right? Okay, the moment a transaction happens, then that transaction gets added, okay, to the rewards that are in the 7 days, and the 7 days resets itself. Yeah, and it resets itself, and it resets itself, and it resets itself, and it resets itself.
It's going and going.
Okay? That's why that's why when you go into the Dapp and you can see the rewards going up every second, okay, that's because they are literally going up every second because of how the tokenomics work. It's not like, someone comes in with a big sell or a big buy and all the Dogecoins generated instantaneously goes out. It's staggered. Yeah, and that's another innovate, and the reason why we've done that, okay, is because we want sustainable growth. And that gives us sustainable growth. Yeah. So again, thanks for bringing that up, Jay, because that's a really good point, actually. Okay, but that's one of the other, like tiny, because we built DogeGod from scratch. Yeah, there wasn't something, we didn't copy anything. Okay, we had an objective. Okay, and based on our experiences, based on what we saw, based on our expertise, we came up with DogeGod. Yeah, it wasn't a case of, we copied this or we tweaked this, or we built this from scratch. It's 100% coded by us. And also as well, DogeGod is profitable. Because when you look at DogeGod, you need to look at the two elements now. You need to look at the value of DogeGod, plus you need to look at the Dogecoin that you've actually received from holding the DogeGod. Yeah, that's actual profit. Okay, and that's we believe it's a big profit, and it's innovative, right? I mean, so all this stuff I said at the beginning, where I just said the words, hopefully I've kind of backed it up with facts, because the sell pressure's gone. The LP's evolved into something specific to DogeGod. We've got the CZUSD pairing. How many other rewards tokens are paired to a stable coin? 0. We have an ever-increasing, guaranteed price floor. We have the Oracle. I just explained to you how, how the reward structure works in terms of payouts. Literally everything in this contract is different. Everything in this contract is unique, and that's our challenge, right? Because how many dog tokens are there at the moment? There's millions of them. That's why things like banner advertising, right? Okay, today it's just useless, right? It's market, because then we just get branded with all the other shitcoins. Okay, that's why we need to be out there. We need a community. Okay, out there, just say, hey, look, this is different. Look, just look at the numbers, yeah. Forget the marketing bullshit. Okay, just look at the numbers. The numbers don't lie. Yeah, this is really the amount of Dogecoin that I'm earning. This is really the amount of, the value of DogeGod. That's kind of gone up. But again, everything's all about Dogecoin. Yeah, and while Dogecoin's around, okay, you can earn Dogecoin every second for literally your life. So join us, yeah? Join us. You're in the very, very early stages of what we think is going to be a really exciting journey. Join us, join the community, and help. Yeah, I mean, we're only 4 people. Yeah, 4 people, aren't going to take it to $80 million, right? 4 people are going to lay the foundations, but it's going to be the community that's kind of going to do that. So, thanks very much for listening to me. And yeah, are there any questions?
Hey, Leo, in the chat, I got your DogeGod comparison to Doge Miners chart posted. Yeah. If you wanted to speak on that.
Okay, cool. Okay. Which chat? Okay, is it at the bottom?
Yep. Yep. I got it in the small investments faucet.
I got it. Yeah. Okay. Right. I'm a miner. I've always been a miner. I would say always will be a miner, but maybe not now because the electricity costs. I did a comparison. Oh, by the way, okay, Greg isn't Greg from here. Okay, Greg is what Greg is what they do. Like, if you live in the land of Dogecoin, they use Greg as an example, right? So that's why I use Greg.
I mean, what are you going to do?
Yeah, it's a cool name. I know. It's a cool name, and it's a very shrewd name, right? Because look, Greg's the one that bought DogeGod, right? But he's the one that bought DogeGod. Okay, and what this shows, right? Okay, is I mean, I bought a mini Doge, right? I've got 2 mini Doge miners. They're currently switched off because of the electricity costs. I was earning 6.7 a miner a day. So how much did I pay for that? I paid what? Okay, the cost today is $350, right? So that's $650. That's like $700 for 2 mini Doge miners, right? Okay, $700, okay, would get you 12, 13 Doge a day, yeah? But when I ran these numbers a week ago, half the price, if you bought half the price in DogeGod, okay, like say you spent $360, so you bought like 1.15 BNB, okay, you'd be earning 15.7 Doge a day, so $1.40. And that's true for all of them, right? The L3 Plus, most of you guys have probably heard of that if you're into mining. That's been the staple of Dogecoin mining for years now. It's a monster to run, right? It makes so much noise. Again, mining for me is not an option anymore because of the electricity costs. Yeah, and even then, okay, these comparisons are based, without electricity factored in. I mean, even the LT6, right? That's kind of like my dream machine. That's like $3,300, right? And I look at the power output. It's 3,200 watts. I mean, this is a monster, right? Generates a lot of Dodge, but hey, consumes a lot of power as well. So, right from day one, we're already, a better option than mining, which is really cool. Because, if you look at the amount of Dogecoin that's created through mining, it's like millions and millions. Eventually, it's going to move to proof of stake. I'm pretty sure it's going to move to proof of stake, but not anytime soon. Yeah, and when it does, we'll just transition with it. So that's mining.
Evie, are you recording? Because I need someone else to record for a second. I do have to run into this building for a minute and sign my paperwork. I mean, I like this project because I can sleep on it. It's not going to go to zero overnight when you're sleeping. And yeah, that's another reason you can invest here and not have to look at the chart all the time.
No, just look at the Oracle and look at the amount of Dogecoin getting bigger and bigger, 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 bigger. But yeah. Does anyone have any questions?
We would love to hear some questions if you got them.
Okay, well, if there are no questions, then you know where we live. Come and visit us. More than happy to to welcome you guys, and join us. Right? I mean, this really is we're only 2 weeks old. Yeah, this is our first AMA. So you guys. Yeah, go. Sorry.
Hey, do you have any more AMAs coming up, or any more public appearances?
Yeah.
Yeah. We got the Shark Tank with Anti-Ruggers United this Friday. They actually just pushed it. It was going to be right after this AMA. They rescheduled. It's going to be this Friday at 8 p.m. UTC on their channel. And we've got some more AMAs coming down the line, and some more some hype movement as far for DogeGod. Please, come to the channel and be a part of the community. Like I said, this Dogecoin's trickling out of the Oracle every second, and it's Dogecoin that's been already generated from days ago, and it's going to continue to generate for the next days to come. And like Leo said, every time there's a buy, it's compounding, restarting the 7-day event, and continuing to trickle out of the Oracle. So the sooner you hold DogeGod, the sooner you start capitalizing on the Dogecoin that's already been generated, that's going to be coming out of the Oracle every second for days to come, even if there isn't any buys or sells, because that's how the tokenomics are established. Buys and sells and transfers generate Dogecoin through the Oracle and are going to keep generating and keep flowing into your wallet if you hold DogeGod.
But yeah, in answer to your question, right? Okay, it's the only option we've got. It's the only option we've got to get to market, because if we go down the traditional avenues, right, then we'll just get grouped into every other shitcoin, every other project there is. Okay, and we're not. We're very, very different. And we need forums like this in which we can talk about the tokenomics, which we can talk about DogeGod, and it gives people an opportunity to ask questions, because literally everything's different. Everything's different because we didn't need to copy anybody. We were able to, develop DogeGod to achieve an objective, and that objective is to hit a market cap of $50 million. Okay, and to do that, we need financial infrastructure behind it. And also, be the most profitable source of Dogecoin, delivering millions and millions of Dogecoin to its investors. And to do that, we had the opportunity with working with CZ to be able to build from scratch. And that's what we've got here. And that's something that we're really, really proud of. Yeah. So.
Anybody else have any questions?
I almost forgot too, Mr. Taco, is that we will be on Twitter Spaces with Main Street on Friday. Just pop the splash there in the chat. And we'll be talking about this is really interesting here because their channel is, yes, it's crypto media, but they're geared towards NFTs. So that's how amazing DogeGod is, being new technology, never been done before, doesn't follow BTC, it has its own market conditions. It piqued their interest. They want us on the show. They want to talk about DogeGod. They want to talk about new technology, things that are new, not something that's been copied and pasted and redone that's going to slow rug and die over time like you see all these other coins doing. That's why they want to see as many people as they can with a whitelist, jump into 5 AMAs in one day so they can get everybody on at the same time to take and transfer that wealth. It's a transfer of wealth is what it is. You're not going to see that here in DogeGod. You're not going to see this massive pump, dump, slow rug, die, none of that. You got sustainability. Like Greg was saying, our liquidity is way over our market cap. The CZUSD stablecoin we're paired with, it's back to 107%, fully backed, over backed, and it's not going anywhere. These tokenomics were designed that we're going to complement CZUSD. CZUSD isn't like any other stablecoin out there. It's not no algorithmic junk that's going to depeg like HSD or whatever that's out there that we keep hearing about. That's this is amazing, guys. It's really an opportunity for you. And we will be on Twitter Spaces with Main Street on Friday at what does it say in there? It's 12 p.m. I'm flying around here. I'm missing my own post. 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Twitter Spaces, and I'm going to drop the link in for their chat here. Because that's where the link's going to come, guys. Oh, Greg,
I think we're going to start doing our AMAs on Twitter Spaces also very shortly because the sound quality is superior to Telegram. So I think Leonardo described it pretty well, and people shouldn't have that many questions about the tokenomics. But if they do, they can always come and see you. I mean, you're there.
Absolutely.
You're not going anywhere.
Oh, absolutely. And it's proved, right? I mean, I just kind of like laugh. Well, I like laugh when the fact that, it's kind of like a sales point, the fact that we have our tokens locked for a year and we don't receive any reward for it. I mean, that shouldn't be a sales point. That should just be standard. You either believe in it or you don't. Yeah. And, for me, if I look at any project, right, okay, if there's a way out for the dev, okay, or for the team, then that's kind of like a no for me. Because I guarantee, okay, that there's going to be problems. Yeah, we are going to have problems as we grow. Now, how many projects are out there? Okay, that the moment they come across a problem, okay, they think to themselves, "Oh, wow, this is a bit. You know what? We'll start again. We'll sell what we got and start again." Well, that's fine for them. But what about the investor? The investor's screwed over, right? What does the investor do? The investor can't follow. So. For me, okay, that's like a key point for anybody when they assess a project, right? Okay, it isn't just the case that it's not just me saying, "Oh, we're committed to the project." Okay, you need to back it up with data and numbers, right? Because words are words. It's like everything, words are words, right? And the fact that I'm, having to make a big point out of it in the slide just kind of shows how much crypto has got to evolve yet. Okay, because there's so many different. Not just scams, but people that come up with ideas, but they don't actually back it up with anything. Yeah, it's great having an idea, okay, to change the world. But when you've got an LP of like 20K, you're not going to change much because you don't have the financial structure to be able to support it. And that's what many people, many people, kind of just ignore. And that's why maybe DogeGod's kind of boring to start off with. Because we're making a big thing about the economics behind it. But the economics is so important because it doesn't matter how good the idea is. If it's not backed up with, a financial infrastructure, you are screwed. That's it. But yeah, I mean, hopefully you guys, liked what you heard. Hopefully you guys, are interested in DogeGod and come and visit us. Yeah, we're on the channels and everything and help us, right? and help us, right? Okay, take this to other people, right? Okay, and show them, that this is something really, really special. Okay, it hasn't peaked. It's a nice chart, but it's just the beginning. It's peanuts compared to the potential that we have for DogeGod. So, guys, thanks very much for listening.
We're about to hit 22,000 Dogecoin distributed through the Oracle. We're really close. What is it, 21.95 right now?
Yeah,
you can send it straight to my wallet. That's fine.
Well, but that's great for us because that's a sales tool.
You got it, Greg.
In 6 months, but in 6 months' time, if you see someone that's interested, that might be interested, just show them the Oracle. The Oracle's fact, because for every the higher the price of DogeGod gets, the more Dogecoin has actually distributed, the more powerful the tool is, and it's not based on words; it's based on facts. It's based on reality, right? That's why we invested so much time into developing the Oracle, and that's why it's going to change as we go forwards. In 6 months' time, we'll be looking at some kind of refresh. So we've taken feedback from the community, but it's going to change. And if one day, we have some kind of payment gateway, guess where it's going to sit? It's going to sit in the Oracle, right? So, this is very much the beginnings of a fantastic journey. So, yeah.
It says
so
here,
I won't bore you guys enough because
8.4%.
Yeah. See, I could bore everyone in this channel now.
What is the floor again, Leo? What is the floor?
Well, you want the floor in real time, or do you want the floor in the presentation because it's gone up? The floor at the moment.
I want to know what is the floor price? What does that mean?
Yeah, the floor price. Well, the floor price is a guaranteed price. It's gone up 8.4%. Okay, since we launched 2 weeks ago. For every transaction, there's a burn. Part of that burn increases the floor price. It's just going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Say, for instance, there's some kind of crash, some kind of, oh my God, the world's collapsing. I've got to sell. Okay, then, and everyone sells their DogeGod all in one go. And that's the minimum price that it's going to get to. It's never going to get to zero. And when you see it rise from, 452 at the moment, when it rises, it's never, ever going to come down again. It's part of the contract. Yeah, it's for people that are into pump and dumps, it doesn't mean anything, right? But then for people that are looking to invest maybe in DogeGod for a year, okay, that then comes into play. Because then in a year, okay, that's just an extra layer of security that you have as an investor, when you buy DogeGod.
I feel like we're getting it too easy here. I know there's got to be someone here in the VC that wants to just grill us, roast us.
All right, I got one for you, but I do have to go in the building. All right, Jason asked earlier, did CZUSD depeg about 6 months ago?
Yes.
Jay, go for it.
And how did you fix that?
Well, that was a community effort. I mean, it's what that was. And actually, the spearhead of that movement is in the VC today. It was, probably a ballsy effort, really. I think, because in that much fear, uncertainty, and doubt, a warrior rose to the occasion, and you see community members that believe in the project, right? And they know when the dev stands up, and they've been working with the dev for months, and he's always been there, say, I'm not going anywhere, and I'm going to do everything in my power to revert this process to just work this tail off. So the community members, they bought in, right? You see a stable coin drop, right? And well, it's pegged to $1. So where's it going to go? It's going to go to $1. Now, you think, well, I just heard you talk about how CZUSD isn't going to fall like all these other coins. Well, that's because it was changed. At that time when it fell, it was a totally different token. It's not what it is today. It's been upgraded. It's been reconstructed by the dev of CZUSD DeFi Bank, and what he's done is he's created and implemented the process to where the stablecoin, it backs itself. So you say, well, how does he do that? Well, stablecoin is supposed to stay at $1. So every time it's over $1, it's taking any assets over and it's backing itself. But see how he's created this, and this is where other tokens they don't have this implementation. They haven't. It's so much work. They just haven't. I don't know why they don't even try and do it. Is that it's configured in a way that when it's below and it brings itself back, it's doing it in a process where it's not selling itself short. It's not hurting itself. So it's backing itself. It's leveraging itself so that when it needs to come back to $1, it does it in a way that doesn't hinder the process of the asset that it's accumulated when it's over $1. So now we're talking about months of it doing this process and it doing it successfully, that it grew back from way below $1 to $1 to backing itself over $1 and now having $800,000 USD in backing that it didn't have when his construct went live. So what you're seeing here is a stable coin that's in its infancy, that's been mooning for months. Okay, and DogeGod's paired to it. Okay, so where do you think DogeGod's going? Okay, it's going to the freaking moon. You know, and we encourage people to sell because our tokenomics are designed to reward everybody for those sells as well. So, like Leo was saying, this is a symbiotic relationship. You're talking about a DeFi bank that's in its infancy, that's going to dwarf other projects. It's not going anywhere. And we've been able to partner with them at the ground floor and grow with them.
Just to add to that, I mean, you know, okay, CZUSD is not Terra Luna, right? It's not, you know, backed by an algorithm, right? It's backed by, you know, solid financial assets. They publish balance sheets if people want to see. It's growing, and that's why you know, it's one of these things where the way crypto is being in the right place at the right time. You know, it's the fact that had we have had a conversation, for instance, with you know, with CZUSD, say a year from now or in a year's time, then they probably wouldn't have listened to us, to be honest with you, because, you know, partnerships are never really wonderful, right? When you've got one side significantly bigger than the other. In this particular instance, right? Okay, you know, both are young, yeah, both are young. You know, CZUSD, they've developed tech that has never been seen before. Okay, and you know, it kind of blew our brains when we first heard about it, and that's why, you know, when we collaborated, it wasn't just a straight, oh yeah, we'll just take it and just pair against it. That's why, you know, they became an integral part of the development process, right? And we were able to create, you know, something which is truly unique. Yeah, there's nothing out there that does what we do. Period. Full fact. Full stop. You know, and you know, and we're like any other crypto project, right? We are starting small. Okay, you know, and we believe in it. Yeah, there's no massive marketing campaign because it wouldn't work. Because, you know, you've had like lots of millions of dollars already spent by scam coins. Okay, where they just want, you know, they promise the world and deliver nothing. So that's not going to work. But what we have is we have a solid financial model that is just going to grow and grow and grow, and we believe in it. And we're going to organically grow. And when the time's right, you know, we're going to branch out and we're going to go mainstream, but not yet, because we have to educate at the moment. When we go mainstream, we want a whole community around us to be able to educate people at the same time. Because today we're just 4 people. That's it. So join the group, right? Because, you know, we already have some some solid members in the community. We're only 2 weeks old, and already we've had some people that are really committed to help grow the ecosystem, which for me is amazing. That's my biggest win. It's not the chart. It's not, oh yeah, wonderful. Oh yeah, we're this. Oh, we're growing. We've delivered like 22,000 Dogecoin Bro. It's not that. It's the fact that we have a small community. Oh no, it's not. It's not because that's not because
Right.
Okay, that's fine. But the main, for me, my biggest takeaway, the biggest thing that makes me happy, right, is if I go into the community now, there are people there, okay, that are like, yeah, wow, we need these people. We need these people to be able to grow DogeGod. Yeah, it's all well and good having the tokenomics and the system, but if you don't have the people around you as well, you're going to fail. And so that for me is the kind of biggest benefit that we've had in these 2 weeks is we've met some really solid, honest people in crypto that I could see myself working with them for like years now. So really happy about that. But,
I wanted to touch back to Mr. Taco's question about AMAs too. We've got a schedule in place. Is the way crypto evolves, scheduling is we didn't set dates and times up for it, but you're going to see some AMAs in the future. One of them is a Chinese KOL AMA, a gestation speaker, and we're really excited about that partnership. So yeah, again, please check us out. Come to the community so you don't miss. And Greg, we love freaking Small Investment Faucet Chat. You allow us to come in here and inform the members of great projects and what they're doing. Come on, somebody else has got to grill us. Bring the heat.
Well, and if you see any opportunities for us to speak, okay, for us to talk about DogeGod, then just let us know. We'll schedule it in. Like I say, it's all about getting the message out. It's all about slowly building.
Other lounges, other people that do give free AMAs. I did give Jay Sizzle Lou Delco's at contact before, so I hope you guys had a talk because they do free AMAs there too. So yeah, I know several people.
Brilliant.
Yep, we're talking with everyone, and we want y'all to know that we're trying to grab every avenue possible. And yes, there is some really great AMA groups out there, and some of them are free, and some of them aren't free anymore. And definitely, I am trying to find every free one that I can, so that we can make every dollar count. Because all these AMAs that we're doing right now, like we're going to have 2 NFTs that we're going to be giving away today. Greg's got money that he's giving away, that he's going to be giving away. Like the market promotional funds that we're using right now, they didn't put out of our own pocket. They didn't pull from the project like you see these other coins doing. We didn't make no empty coins that we're trying to give from promoters and YouTubers and stuff like that. This is a project that is made for investors. It's transparent. It's solid that you come into, and no one got any freebies here, and everybody's buying into it, and again, like I said, we encourage sales because it works for our tokenomics. So there you'll see in the Oracle that we've got Dogecoin ticking for the next 6 months. Anything that is coming in that's supposed to be split to the creators and marketing, we're putting it all to the marketing, and none of that's going to be touched. We're using everything that we brought in, the team brought in out of their own pockets to pay for the stuff. So yeah, I'm trying to see every free AMA that we can find, because again, yeah, some of them they're starting, to want currency. They're building members, and rightly so. They worked very hard in their groups, and I respect that. So we'll be seeing what we have coming up, and I want to personally thank the DogeGod community, because these NFTs that we're giving away today were donated by community members. So that's the other thing too, is that our community is strong. They love DogeGod, and they're helping out in every way possible. So I want to just thank everyone too. Looking forward to the giveaway, Greg. Whenever we're doing that. But hopefully somebody else has some more grilling, because I feel like I haven't really stepped on into the fire yet.
I don't know if anybody does or not, but
And that's okay.
yeah. I'm going to end the recording now because I've been standing outside this building waiting to get my freight bills for the last 25 minutes. But
Can I just say one thing though before you disappear, right? A message to everyone.
I'm not going to disappear. I'm just going to stop the recording. And then when I come back out, we can talk some more.
He's got
okay, all I was going to say, right, okay, is if DogeGod's not for you, that's fine. But buy some Dogecoin. Do not. If you don't have Dogecoin in your portfolio, you're missing a trick. That's all I'm saying. Because there's so much going on with Dogecoin that which is just yeah, it's mind blowing. If you got a chance, listen to the last AMA the devs gave to give you an insight into what they're about. I listened to it yesterday. Even though I kind of knew what was there, it still blew my brains.